Hello, Juicy Good Lifers. I'm Sarah Stokes, and I'm excited to share with you today the power of writing it down. So last time we talked via Facebook Live, it was all about dreaming bigger. And admittedly, I'm working on it too, because I'm such an achiever. I like to make sure that whatever I say I'm going to do. So dreaming big feels scary, right? It feels like, well, then I have to go do all those things. Well, let's give ourselves permission to change our minds if we want, and certainly the grace to know that even if you're dreaming big, it doesn't mean it all has to happen all at once, and it doesn't mean it has to happen right now. Just setting that dream into motion is powerful. And here's what else I've learned is like super powerful. Triple down on your goals, and it's as simple as writing them down. And this is how not fancy I am, but I want to show you a couple of tools I've used because I just want you guys to know I'm super real about this. Like, this is a double-sided piece of paper, but what struck me was the power of writing down my goals. 2 years ago, we had some fixer-upper house goals. We've been in our house 10 years, and it was time. It was time for the carpet to be redone. Oh, did my Juicy Good Life disappear? Nikki just maybe hit. Thank you. Come on back, AirPlay. Anyway, that's live TV, live Facebook. We needed to do new carpet, the paint needed freshening, all these things that we hadn't done. And I found this taped on the inside of our plate cupboard. It was house goals in the next 2 years. I wrote it down in December of 2016, and we did all but one this year. So I wrote it down, I put it into motion. We did it finally this year, except for a mudroom, which is still a little bit of a logistical question. But had I not written these down, would have I even remembered? I don't know. I'm a busy mom. I have no idea. Would I have remembered that, oh yeah, I really want to do this paint in the hallway that never got done? Maybe. But writing it down set it into motion because there was an intention there. There is the achiever in me that's like, let's get that done. But I kind of forgot about it in 2017. Obviously, there wasn't extra cash to do it, and I let it go. I wanted to be present for my little girl starting kindergarten, and I just wasn't worried about our house stuff. We were building a business at the time and doing all of that. But this year it was like, you know what? My heart is really saying, feather your nest, Sarah. Your nest is where you recharge and where you get right with the world at the end of the day and where you start your day. And the more and more I think about knowing myself, I need my nest to be right. And so we gave ourselves the gift of carpet. You would not, that's a whole nother story for another day, how symbolic this carpet was to me. And then a friend of mine who encouraged me a long, long time ago to get one of these little flip books with the spiral binder right there. And you can see I wrote my 7th grade handwriting, like swirly letters, goals, because I had to decorate the first page. But I started this in 2015 when I was, really just hitting my stride in our magazine business at the time. And I started small, but it feels really good to check these off. I started so small, that's why I just want you to know, start where you are. Clean up our bedroom was my first goal. I worked out of our bedroom. I had a toddler and a baby knocking at the door, right? Wanting to get in. And our bedroom was like the place where we stashed stuff when people were coming over. And I didn't write down when I completed it. It probably wasn't until 2016, maybe late 2016. And then I had so much fun because I rediscovered this when I was unpacking something, and I couldn't believe how many things I had done since 2015. So admittedly, I forgot about this and I let it go. And I came back to it probably 3 months ago, and I was shocked at how many things I could cross off and how I hadn't done much with it except write it down. So I want you to think about what goals do you want to write down? And you don't have to beat yourself up with these things. Set them and forget them, like that old infomercial used to say. But we had little goals in here. They got bigger. I added goals when I rediscovered it, and it's been fun to check those off too. Buy or build an office. Well, I'm literally standing in the office building we just bought, and we just had a ribbon cutting for. I've got some goals that I want to make sure that I hit this year. I have big revenue goals. Pay off student loans was one of my goals, and I did it the day before my 40th birthday and got to check it off. So I'm going to challenge you today to write your goals down and then just let some magic happen in between there. We push ourselves so hard as moms, business owners, wives, sisters, daughters, friends, PTA volunteers. We push and we push and we push. I want you to write down goals you want for you, for sure. And it can be stuff that also makes a wide impact on your community and your family, but do something for you in there. Cleaning up my bedroom was the first piece of feathering my nest a little bit, so I could go and rest easy and I wasn't looking at the piles of clutter. And that's where you can start. And I can tell you the goals have gotten a lot bigger in here. It's 5 million in revenue and business. Okay, the girl who was starting on page 1 with cleaning her bedroom wasn't dreaming that big 3 years ago. So where can you go in your next 3 years dreaming big? I can't wait to find out. Feel free to share it in the comments. If you want to write it down for all of us to help charge it up too, that's great. Saying it out loud is another step in the process of really doing it. Dream big, write it down. I'll see you next time.